Welcome to the heartland of Africa, a land rich in culture and history. Today, we delve into the secrets of ancient nutrition and explore how it has contributed to the beautiful formation of dentition among Africans for centuries. The key to understanding the extraordinary dentition of Africans lie in their ancestral diet, a diverse array of natural foods that have nourished generations. Let's explore the benefits of these ancient nutritional practices. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be exploring the benefits of ancient nutrition and the role it has played in dental formation for Africans. So we're going to be looking at our African diets and the role it has played in our teeth, how our teeth looks like, and the formation, the appearance, the structure, and all that has to do with our dental formation. Oral hygiene practices passed down through generations emphasize the use of natural ingredients like neem sticks and saltwater rinses. These practices, combined with the nutrient-rich diet, contributed to the overall health of our ancestors. Today, as we embrace our heritage, we have an opportunity to rediscover the wisdom of ancestral African nutrition. By incorporating traditional foods and practices into our modern lives, we can restore balance, vitality, and dental health. Our dental formation is deeply connected to our ancestral nutrition. The abundance of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in our traditional diet played a crucial role in ensuring the strength and integrity of our teeth and gums. Traditional African diets also embrace sustainable protein sources including fish, lean meats, and legumes. These sources of protein provided essential amino acids necessary for growth, tissue repair, and the development of strong bones and teeth. Our ancestors understood the importance of incorporating whole grains like teff, sorghum, millets, and fonio into their diets. These ancient grains are rich in fiber, promoting healthy digestion and regulating blood sugar level, ensuring sustained energy throughout the day. Africa is blessed. We have lots of culture and tradition and different stories to tell and different ethnicity and how it relates to the different culture that it represents. So in this video, for the sake of illustration, we're looking at the Geruwo festival where the males actually dress attractive in a way to secure themselves wives, and in so doing, my own concern in this video is their dental formation. I'm bent on asking what these people do eat. Looking at their teeth, look at the structure, not just bright, it's properly formed. It's something to look at. Like the beautiful Fulani woman in Nigeria, for instance, we have different culture, the Edo, we have name it, we have the Yoruba, we have the Robos, we have the Ijo, we have lots of tribes in Nigeria in particular. And one of the interesting thing is, like, looking at the teeth is a way to identify what you've been eating, how well you've been fed. Across the continent, an abundance of indigenous vegetables and fruits like baobab, moringa, and tamarind provide valuable nutrients. These natural sources of vitamin C and other micronutrients contribute to healthier gums and teeth. In the heart of the African continent, thousands of years ago, our ancestors roamed the land. They were hunter-gatherers, relying on the abundant resources of nature for their survival. Today, we delve into the fascinating world of African nutrition during the time of the cavemen. The African soil hid treasures beneath its surface. Tubers such as yams, sweet potatoes, and cassava were staples in the cavemen's diet. These starchy and nutrient-rich plants offered a substantial source of energy and carbohydrates. The African landscape provides a rich tapestry of resources, allowing the cavemen to maintain a diverse and balanced diet. One cannot speak of African nutrition without mentioning the meat. The cavemen were skilled hunters, tracking down game animals like antelope, zebras, and wildebeest. These meats provided them with vital proteins, fats, and essential nutrients, supporting their physical strength and overall well-being. The cavemen were true masters of their environment, skillfully navigating the resources around them to create a well-rounded diet. Their nutrition was a testament to their ingenuity and adaptability. The African cavemen understood that animal protein was equally essential for their overall well-being. They expertly cooked meats over open fires, savoring the rich flavors and benefiting from its high protein content. As the African cavemen hunters ventured through this awe-inspiring landscape, they left behind a legacy of wisdom. Their knowledge of nutrition, gleaned from their connection to the land and its creatures, is a testament to the deep-rooted relationship between humans and the environment. What set these cavemen apart was their holistic approach to nutrition. They believed in the power of balance, acknowledging that a combination of plant-based and animal-based food will provide them with the necessary nutrients for optimal health. These resourceful individuals recognized that their physical strength and endurance directly correlated with the quality and variety of food they consumed. Their secret lay in a well-rounded nutrition strategy. Oh hey now, I'd like to talk to you about BeYAH Fitness. In a bustling landscape of Nigeria's health and wellness industry, one brand stands out for its unwavering belief in the healing power of food. And that brand is BeYAH Fitness. Coordinated by myself, Beatrice, and my best friend, Sunday Elizabeth. She's a medical doctor and I'm a nutritionist. And BeYAH Fitness for us is more than just a brand, it's a movement that advocates for the transformative potential of food as medicine and emphasizes holistic wellness with a particular focus on the bone structures. So here's the thing, no recipe is complete without love. Back then, our ancestors always went out to hunt for food, and each time they hunt for food, there's always a story that they tell to the children, or back then our grandfathers would tell the story of what they saw when they went out to hunt, or how the bush is like, and they tell us stories about animals and stuff like that. And this actually just helps to improve our mood towards what we intend to eat, and we already know that whatever we're eating have a story. So a everything that goes into the pot has a story, be it the herbs, be it the meat, be it the vegetables, be it whatever that was found or whatever that was operated from the ground as regards to farming or trying to survive. Those things do have a story, and putting those stories together help to build something remarkable. Yes, that we might not actually know then, but now it actually all makes sense because the food is indeed the medicine. So one of the interesting things about grandparents back then, all they do was they like planting for themselves. They do plant, yes. They plant tomatoes, vegetables, everything they have to just plant, and when they need to prepare a meal or something, they just have to go straight to their farm, they harvest or pluck out whatever they need to, and once that is done, they just pick whatever they've planted. If they want to make use of on their herbs, the ginger, garlic, the atama leaves, and whatever that they have to use to prepare their meals. You might be surprised as back then they do have cinnamon, turmeric, and all of those, the leaves, curry leaves, and not as we have now. They make use of spices. One want to prepare a banga soup, we have lots of spices. We have oh God, I can't remember most of their names right now, but we do have banga spices. I'm sure according to where you're from, there are different names these are called for your banga soup, pepper soup, tai koro and bedetete. Those things, those can actually from they are herbs. They are not just sources of spices, they are also herbs. They play a very important role in our health that we are not aware of. So one of the things that we do in BeYAH Fitness is to ensure that we don't omit these herbs and spices, because they don't just give flavor into our foods, they also help us in adding some of the nutrients that we barely or rarely take note of. You can see some of we'll have some dry pepper, thyme, turmeric, ginger, and there are lots. I can't mention them, just a few of them, but these are kind of very important when it comes to what we take in or what we call nutrients. Most of them we do prepare. It's back then our grandfathers, when they want to make use of herbs and spices, they do have a mortar and pestle, and all they have to do is just to beat those, and they make use of them to cook. Even the pepper that we do have pepper, dry pepper, and we don't just put it in the food. Those are grounded, and I'm sure we can actually get some of them in the market, and they are actually very helpful when it comes to applying them in our nutrition. So we have red pepper, jalapeno pepper, tarudo, even the regular dry pepper at the market. So one of those things are being used. We have thymes, and a lot. I can't actually go on with the list, but I'm sure where you're from you do have some of this, especially the woods that are used in banga soup or spinach and stuff like that. Everything has a role to play, so wherever you can find them in the market, please ensure to have them in your meal plan as well. They also give good flavors to your food. First of all, I like to say that the word spice originates from the Latin word species. In case you don't know, it means a commodity of value and distinction. And some of the herbs and spices that we do have names of saffron, cinnamon, turmeric. We have herbs like basil, oregano, thyme. These that belong to the mint family. Mint is known for its refreshing taste and is used in both sweet and savory dishes. Another thing is meat. Eat your proteins. So our ancestors, like Africans, you can call us whatever you want to say, but we do like bush meat or anything that has to do with proteins. We try not to joke with our protein source, and we do have grass cutter. Some people eat monkeys, some people eat crocodiles, some people eat alligators. It depends on what your choice of proteins are. We do have others like fish, meat, and lots more. So when you're eating, try to ensure that you do have try to have at least protein in your plate. Have eggs, you can have fish, meat. These are essential for not when we're growing up we're told that proteins are good for building the muscles. They do more than that. In my study I've come to know that proteins do more than that. So you can have a variety of, not just helps you to build your muscle, it also helps to retain and sustain your bones. So whenever you do have a chance to get your ideal protein, please go for beef, go for chicken, turkey. You have pork and lots more. Yeah, or you can also relate with their sauce. Their what's it called? The milk, the eggs, and what comes out from them. So those are also a source of protein that are very, very good and nutritious to the body. So please try your best to ensure that you have a good amount of protein in your meal at least daily. Back then our grandfathers will always have dried cat meat, dried meat, and we still have dry meat today, and people still make use of that. So if there's any way you can preserve your meat or preserve your proteins, please do. These are very essential. They do eat grass cutter. I imagine back then the barbecue that they used to have then with the spice and the one we do have now, maybe theirs was a bit drier, or you can never really have an idea of what people ate back then in 1930 or 1940s to what we're eating right now in the year 2000s and our current year, which is 2023. And there's a way we do prepare our proteins. It's not the same with what was prepared back then, but I do believe one thing is there's a room for improvising, and if you're going to improvise, please do that with having a knowledge of what to bring to add flavor to your food. What about flavoring? Please don't take the herbs away. Try to use the right amount, or use them to a good use how will I even put it right now. If you are taking herbs in your food, use substantial amounts for it, and not to make sure that your food is over spicy. No, it doesn't have to be that way, but please just try to have enough in your body. It helps the blood to flow well and circulate. You never can tell what you might be missing when you are trying to avoid spicy food, or I don't eat spicy this, I'm trying to. If you're not eating, it does not have to be much, but try to have at least a little of those spices in your food. Let it just be there. Subtle is enough. A fun fact about eggs that not many people may know is that their shape is actually optimized for strength and stability. While most people know that eggs are oval shaped, the reason behind this unique design is really fascinating. The egg shape allows it to distribute pressure evenly in all directions, making it exceptionally strong and less likely to break. If you were to imagine an egg in a perfect sphere, it would be much weaker because the pressure would be focused on one point. However, the elongated oval shape disperses the pressure uniformly along the length of the egg, making it structurally sound and able to withstand forces from various end angles. This incredible natural design is essential for protecting the developing embryo inside and ensuring that the egg can endure the weight of a sitting bed without cracking. So the next time you enjoy an egg-based meal, you can appreciate the unique and clever engineering of its shape. Feel free to drop a comment on how you like to prepare your eggs, if you like it boiled, fried, or just drop a comment below. So next protein source we're going to discuss is milk. I'm going to share a little bit of fun fact about milk. Most people are familiar with the standard cow's milk, but did you know that there are many different types of milk from various animals? While cow's milk is the most common and widely consumed, the alternative milk from animals like goats, sheep, camels, yaks, buffalo, and even reindeers. Each type of milk has its own unique taste and nutritional composition. For example, goat's milk is often tolerated better by people with lactose intolerance due to its lower lactose content, and camel's milk is known for its high vitamin C content. So, the next time you are looking to try something different, you might want to explore the world of alternative milk beyond the typical cow's milk. Stay tuned for more. Next, we'll be covering the aspects of holistic wellness, which has to do with mental health, nutrition, sleep, and exercise. These are important for healthy human living. Okay, I'm going to talk about stress briefly. And whatever you have to do to release tension and stress in your lives, please try as much as possible to do that. Stress is a killer, and in our website we do have a course that helps to release or helps you in fighting this stress. And once you go to the website, we ask for your email, and once you give us your email, we'll send in the courses to you. It's a free course just on how to help you get rid of stress and tension, because stress kills faster. So one way to get rid of stress and tension is by smiling no matter what. And one fun fact about smiling is not only a universal expression of happiness, but also has several positive effects on our well-being. When you smile, your brain releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, which are neurotransmitters that can help elevate your mood and reduce stress. This means that even if you force yourself to smile, it can still trigger these feel-good chemicals in your brain and potentially make you feel better. So the saying "fake it till you make it" actually has some scientific basis when it comes to smiling, and kids, they've learned this even before we do. So if you are still struggling with the hassles and bozos of life, please take a moment to just ease the tension and breathe. Try to smile. So, talking about the holistic well-being elements, we're going to refer to these holistic elements are referred to the interconnectedness and interdependence of various aspects of our well-being. When considering holistic health or nutrition, we understand that mental health, nutrition, sleep, and exercise are not separate entities, but are closely related and influence one another. So, let's briefly, I would like to talk about mental health. And mental health encompasses emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we feel, we think, and act, as well as how we handle stress, make decisions, and relate to others. Maintaining good mental health involves cultivating positive coping mechanisms, managing stress, building resilience, and seeking support when needed. Engaging in activities like mindfulness, meditation, therapy, and maintaining a social or support network can contribute to mental well-being overall. Now, the one that has to do with nutrition, where we fall in, and nutrition refers to the intake of food and nutrients that our bodies require for growth, development, and optimal functioning. And a balanced and nutritious diet should include a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, herbs, and healthy fats. Proper nutrition provides the essential vitamins and minerals needed for bodily processes, supports the immune system, and contributes to better overall health. Another thing that we need to talk about is regular physical activity. For BeYAH Fitness, I specifically do love yoga exercises, or most times I just take my time to dance it off. I can dance for at least 1 to 2 hours, and I do feel the sweat, and I feel that's enough. Regular physical activity is essential for maintaining good physical and mental health. Exercise not only helps to manage weight and improve cardiovascular health, but it also releases endorphins, which can boost mood and reduce stress and anxiety. Engaging in various forms of exercises such as cardiovascular workouts, strength training, yoga, like I said, that I do once in a while, or simply walking, early morning running, provides numerous health benefits. There are lots of exercises you can particularly see. Children nowadays, they do love to skip. They do this sprinting, short burst of race. I know it's kind of hard for adults, but sometimes we need to take out that time to maybe go for an evening stroll, or maybe just try to do a bit of a jumping jacks. And when you do have to create the time for it. When it comes to exercise, you have to create the time for it, create the time to jump, create the time to do squats, just create time to move that bones, shake it off if you have to. Anything that has to do with exercising, moving your muscles, you just have to take out the time. I'm sure Anthony has to, he does that in his office. He takes out time to do 1 or 2 workouts. And my favorite people, I see Winifred, Delicious Food, she does that as well. She's very good, one of my mentors. So if you are looking at yourself and saying I don't have the time, it's up to you to create the time. My grandfathers, they did a lot of sport, and going to the farm work is not beans. It's not. So going to the farm, trying to do clearing and all those stuff, those are, for them, they're kind of exercises, and it's no fun. So those actually played a key role in helping their muscles to loosen. It doesn't have to have stiff bone and the rest, or start having waist pain and grinding and stuff like that. So the last one I'm going to talk about is sleep. Sleep is crucial for both physical and mental health, actually. When we sleep, our bodies repair and rejuvenate themselves, and our brains consolidate memories and process information. Consistent and sufficient sleep is vital for maintaining energy levels, cognitive function, emotional well-being, and a healthy immune system. Adults typically need at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. I do set my phone to go to bed at least to have at least 7 hours 15 minutes sleep. Even though my phone will tell me it's time to go to bed, the phone will go off, will first me to go to bed even before I go to bed. But at least I try to have that maximum. For me, I'm looking at 6 to 7 hours. That's what I try to work on. So these are essential. Looking at everyone who has been opportune with their stories or cultural heritage or traditional stories, you do have stories like, if you feel you can't do anything, maybe you can just go out, just stretch your body. I don't have the time, maybe just come out of the house, try to jump outside, try to feel what if, just express yourself, jump, have that feeling of having hair come to you. You're feeling it, you're exercising your reflexes, your bones, you're moving. It's not as if you're in one place. So everything has an advantage. It's not, you can do it once, you feel the pains because it's not something you've been doing, but with time, as you progress, it becomes a habit. For me, I do encourage people to, whatever activity that has to do with movement is very, very essential, because you never can tell do a lot of stretching, you never can tell what might be at the back or your body that needs those reflexes to be stretched out. So for me, I do yoga a lot. This scrub pose, I'm still trying to find my balance in my handstand. Yeah, I'm coming. I will achieve that someday. So, but getting to a point of, if you're looking at it that you can't walk, you can't stroll, you're tired, okay, try to do jumping. Jumping is good. It's part of an exercise. Try to do 20 to 30. You can start from 10. Go outside. Make sure it's outside, not in your house. If you feel there is weight or you want to, you're looking at your structure that this house is having cracks and wants to collapse. If If you are scared like me that you might want to bring down your house, go outside, open the door, go out there and jump. Exercise your bones, your flexes, and you feel better when you do. So, in the aspect of movement, for me, when it comes to BeYAH Fitness, if in future BeYAH Fitness is going to have a studio, it's going to be like a step-at-home studio, a studio that has to do with dance movement and workout, where not has to do with just with the lifts. No, it will be more of stepping. And I'm going to share one fun fact about dancing. Why I don't know, but I know I've actually been dancing for a long time now. One of the fun facts about dancing is that dancing can improve memory and cognitive function. There are several studies that have shown that dancing regularly can have positive effects on the brain. Learning and performance dance routines can stimulate the brain's neural pathways, helping to enhance memory and boost cognitive abilities. This is one thing our ancestors knew from their tap dance and other things. They do fire nights and they dance just to, most of the times, not just with their waist but with their legs, like the tap dance, which is something I'm looking towards maybe in the future, having a step-at-home workout process where people will go in, they will have to learn the routine with their legs, move with their body, shake it out, and they'll feel the vibes when they are actually doing their exercises in the method of movement. So one particular study about dancing in the New England Journal of Medicine found that dancing was associated with a lower risk of developing dementia in elderly participants. Another study from Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience indicated that dancing may lead to an increase in the hippocampus volume, which is an area of the brain associated with memory. This is something our ancestors they did, and they even had no idea what was going on. It's now we're seeing people suffering from dementia, see people suffering from strange sicknesses. I've often heard of one, rhabdomyolysis, having new names of sicknesses every day. So back then, this was not a common sense, or it's not something that our forefathers actually had. They didn't have this because they engaged themselves in movement. So the next time you hit the dance floor yourself, not only are you having a great time and staying at it, but you are also giving your brain a workout. This is something that dancing does. So whenever you are in the dance hall, utilize the moment. Just try to move and breathe while doing that as well. Fascinating movement that showcases the incredible capabilities of the human body. Jumping is not only an impressive athletic achievement, but also plays a crucial role in various sports and physical activities such as basketball, volleyball, long jump, high jump, and many others. Human beings have been fascinated by their abilities to defy gravity through jumping for centuries, just like our forefathers did, making it a fundamental aspect of human movement and athleticism. A fascinating fun fact about jumping is that humans are capable of impressive jumping abilities compared to their body size. Pound for pound, Flea holds the title for being the best jumper in the animal kingdom. These tiny creatures can jump up to 200 times their body length in a single leap. To put this into perspective, if a human could jump the equivalent, it would mean leaping over 30-story building in one bound. This extraordinary jumping ability allows fleas to launch themselves incredible distances and escape from potential dangers in the blink of an eye. Has a diverse population with various dental characteristics, but I'm going to be highlighting some few fun facts about teeth formation and dental care in Nigeria. First one we're going to be looking at is cultural significance. In many Nigerian cultures, reversing dental appearance is considered an important aspect of beauty and attractiveness. Straight and white teeth are often associated with good health and prosperity. That is one thing that BeYAH Fitness stands for. Let your teeth tell the tale. The teeth tells the tale. And like I said previously, forefathers or our grandparents, they made use of a chewing stick. Traditionally, Nigerians have been using chewing sticks made from twigs of certain trees with medicinal properties for dental hygiene. These sticks are believed to help clean teeth and gums naturally and have been used for generations before we started using our toothbrush. So yes, another one that is associated with, from my research, I found betel nut chewing. In some regions in Nigeria, people chew betel nuts. This can lead to stained teeth due to the natural dyes present in the nut. You see some yellowish coats around the teeth. Those also that are meant to bring out the teeth beauty are hiding it. You see some teeth that are coated. And another thing I'm going to mention is oral health awareness. Nigeria has been making efforts to try to improve oral health. You can see in our local stations we have advertisement of Oral B, Sensodyne, Colgate, Close Up, and stuff like that to educate the general public on the importance of dental health. And another thing I would like to mention is it's important to know that while in Nigeria, like many other African countries, there may be cultural practices and beliefs surrounding dental care, and individual dental health can vary significantly for these different nations. We have Nigeria, we have Niger, we have Algeria, we have South Africa, we have Kenya, we have Uganda, and lots of these African countries. Everyone has what, according to their culture or their tradition, what they use for their dental health. And you can see that for South Africans, their teeth is not usually the same with that of Nigerians, or the same with Ugandans, or the same with Tanzania or Zimbabwe. The teeth, the face structure, the bones are different. This is something we can trace to genetic or based on regions or states of adaptation. Different factors influence those things, but one thing that is certain that doesn't change is what we eat, what is in our nutrients. That has to do with the formation of the bones, how the bones are arranged. So in Nigeria, we do have as what we eat, we have our foods, we have what we have in the table. And one thing that is essential, not just our teeth, is the need for regular dental checkup, proper oral hygiene, and balanced diet. So back to what I had earlier said. BeYAH Fitness, we are not against food in any way. What we stand to do is we're trying to help you by showing you what to eat and why you should eat it. We're not against food in any way. We've seen a lot of incredible options of healthy eating, what quantity to eat, and a lot of information on the internet. So I want you to look at the mirror. If you have an amazing, beautiful, lovely, and of course a sexy kind of teeth, after watching this video to the end, if your mama's still alive, go buy her a favorite drink and give her a kiss. Tell her she's awesome. Well, if she's in heaven, leave a comment down here saying, "Mom, I love you, complete me, rest in power." So just take that moment to appreciate your mother. She did a very good job by giving you the right nutrients to eat, even without your knowledge. Here you are smiling with confidence that you have lovely teeth. Has anyone ever commended your teeth like, "Wow, you have lovely set of teeth"? If someone did, then this is something to be grateful for. Okay, so let's talk about nutrition. Nigeria, being a culturally rich and diverse country, has a fascinating nutrition landscape. I'm going to be talking about some of an interesting facts about Nigeria's nutrition. First of all, Nigerian cuisine is incredibly diverse, reflecting the country's various ethnic groups. It's characterized by a wide range of flavors, ingredients, and cooking techniques, making it one of the most exciting culinary landscapes in Africa. The most common staple foods in Nigeria include rice, yam, cassava, cocoyam, sweet potatoes, plantains, and various types of millets and sorghum. These form the basis of many traditional dishes across the country. Jollof rice is famous for its version of jollof rice, a one-pot dish made with rice, tomatoes, onions, and a blend of spices. Jollof rice is a popular party and celebration dish not only in Nigeria but across West Africa. And I would like to specify that jollof rice was not founded in Nigeria, it was originated from Senegal. So next one is pounded yam. Pounded yam is a beloved dish in Nigeria, especially in the southern region. It involves yam pounded into smooth, stretchy, and dough-like consistency, often served with various soups and stews. Another favorite Nigerian dish is egusi soup, made with ground melon seeds, spinach, or other leafy vegetables. You can find some people using pumpkin leaves, which is also called ugu and bitter leaf and stuff like that. And we also add meat or fish. It depends on your protein choice. It is rich in flavor and nutrition because of the palm oil. Palm oil, again, we're talking about palm fruits, the oil that is used in preparing the egusi soup. Now, Nigeria has a thriving street food culture with vendors selling a variety of delicious and affordable snacks like akara, also known as the bean cakes. We'll have puff puff, deep frying dough balls, and suya, spiced grilled meat. This is sold like what we call the street food culture. You can also see people selling pap as well. Pap is something like you eat with the akara. They also use that as well for moi moi. Depends on when you're having it. So Nigerian's traditional dishes incorporate many nutritious ingredients such as vegetables, legumes, and various proteins from fish, poultry, and meat. Nigeria is abundant in tropical fruits like mangoes, orange, pineapples, papayas, banana, and lots more. These fruits contribute to a healthy and delicious diet. In case you don't know, Nigeria is one of the largest consumers of cassava, a root vegetable rich in carbohydrates and dietary fiber. From cassava we can have gari, fufu, starch, is it this abacha or something? This cassava stock that you usually sell on the streets with coconut. Yeah, it's like a diverse variety. Cassava is something that I would call it's like a tree that generates, it has a lot to offer. So you can have all of these, and all of these are usually consumed by Nigerians. And in Nigeria cuisine feature an array of aromatic spices such as ginger, garlic, cayenne pepper, and various local blends, which not only enhance flavors but also offer potential health benefits. Like I've discussed earlier, that it's essential to have some of all these herbs and spices in your meals. They help a lot. So okra, also known as lady's finger, is commonly used in Nigerian soups and stews. It is a good source of vitamins, minerals, and dietary fiber. Palm oil also is widely used in Nigerian cooking and is a source of healthy fats and vitamin E. You know, sometimes we'll be talking about, we've seen a lot of articles or posts about unhealthy fats on the internet, but here is one that has to do with the healthy fats: banga, palm fruit. You can use that you can have that in banga soup, you can have that in abakatama soup, and also this palm oil is being used to make egusi soup, used to make stew, used to make obolo, and sometimes we use it to do concoction rice. There's a lot of things I can't actually recall as to what we do with this oil. I know growing up I usually like frying gari with oil, then putting some bit of pepper, fish, the aroma in the house god. So one of those adventures of using palm oil is that you might be playing with it, but you have no idea that it actually contains some benefits like what I've just mentioned. It's a healthy fat and has vitamin E. So it's important to note that while Nigerian cuisine offers a variety of nutritious dishes, like any culinary tradition, there can be less healthy options as well. So moderation and balance are keys to maintain if you want to maintain a healthy diet. Okay, so I would like to shift in a bit, not too much, but I'd like to just mention about culture in Nigeria. Nigeria has a rich and diverse ancestral culture that spans thousands of years. I'm going to be highlighting a few fun facts about our ancestral Nigerian culture. Nigeria has become home to several powerful and sophisticated ancient kingdoms, such as the Kingdom of Inri, Kingdom of Oyo Empire. This kingdom had well-established political system, trade network, and artistic traditions. The Nok culture, which existed in what is now northern Nigeria around 1000 BCE to 300 CE, is famous for its intricate terracotta sculptures. These sculptures, often depicting human figures and animals, are some of the oldest examples of African art today. Nigeria is incredibly diverse with over 250 ethnic groups. Each group has its own unique languages, customs, traditions, and artistic expressions, contributing to the country's vibrant cultural tapestry. The interesting thing is that all these different culture and traditions, they all have their wonderful and unique different foods. The foods are different spices, different herbs, and Nigerian ancestral culture is known for its vibrant music and dance forms as well. Different regions have distinct musical styles and instruments, such as the talking drum that has to do with the Yoruba. I love that drum. Shekere, a type of rattle that they use in churches, and the agidigbo, a tom piano. So masquerades are also an essential part of many Nigerian cultural festivals, and these elaborate performances feature masked dancers representing various spirits, ancestors, or deities. And the Masquerades often showcase impressive acrobatic skills and colorful costumes. One other aspect I'd like to cover is Nigerian ancestral culture produce exquisite arts and crafts, ranging from intricate beadwork and weaving to beautiful potteries and textiles. We do have the tie and dye. I remember when I was in school, I did something with art, tie and dye. I also did some molding sculptures I was taught in school, and also weaving with this elephant grass. I made a basket and I also made the map. Kind of fun. It's interesting to learn something like that. So, one thing I like to say also is that ancestral Nigerian culture is deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs and practices. Many ethnic groups have traditional religions that venerate ancestors and deities and involve rituals and ceremonies to maintain harmony and balance in their community. So it's important to know that Nigerian culture is continuously evolving with time, blending elements of ancestral traditions with modern influences. These are just a glimpse of the rich and dynamic cultural heritage of Nigeria. As one of the most populous countries in the world, Nigeria boasts a delightful variety of traditional dishes. In Nigeria, we have hundreds of ethnic groups that have been creating authentic viands based on local produce for centuries, resulting in a wide range of new and refined flavors that reflect West African history and culture. I'll be introducing you to Nigerian cuisines, which is highly popular with locals and tourists alike. I've made a selection of 10 delicious and popular Nigerian dishes, of which people regularly eat. So number 10 is eba and fufu. These two side dishes are the most popular components of any Nigerian meal. Eba or gari is a staple food in Nigeria, consisting of cassava-based flour mixed with water. The mixture is traditionally stirred with a large wooden spatula until it hardens and then rolled into a small bowl. Eba is served with almost all Nigerian soup, which make up the majority of all local dishes. Fufu is quite sticky and elastic in texture, which allows it to be used as a soup scoop without using a spoon. We munch it with our hands. In West Africa, it is customary to eat exclusively with the right hand. In Nigeria, eating with the left hand is extremely disrespectful, and even touching food with the left hand is considered an indecent and offensive gesture. And the reason is that the left hand is associated with the toilet subject and is considered unclean. So when you are in Nigeria, try one of these amazing recipes, and it's something to really have an amazing experience with. The fufu, eba. We also have another one that is called stash. Yes, and sometimes pounded yam. So number 9, moi moi. This Nigerian dish is a steamed pudding made from ground beans, onions, bell peppers, and an extra hot chili pepper called scotch bonnet, which is also added to the dish. Depending on the region, you may add eggs, fish, seasoning, and other ingredients. Moi moi is usually served as a stand-alone appetizer or as a side dish to jollof, fried dodo, fried rice, and other local dishes. Moi moi is so popular in Nigeria that it is regularly served at feasts and celebrations. So number 8, pepper soup and ogbono soup. Soups are a staple food of Nigerians. Pepper soup is a popular dish throughout West Africa, especially in Nigeria. The calabash nutmeg, depends on what you call it in your region, is used as the main ingredients for this intensely spicy delicacy. Other ingredients are various. You have meat, fish, scent leaf, alligator pepper, hot chili pepper, onions, and all kinds of seasoning, which will also be referring back again to herbs and spices. Pepper soup is served alone or in a combination with yam or plantains, and if you want to have it like ukodo, cooking the yam, the spices and everything together in the plate. The name of the soup is misinterpreted by many as it rarely reflects the characteristic pepper flavor. The flavor is much more complex but unique. Now, the ogbono is another popular traditional Nigerian soup, which main ingredient is the
wild or bush mango seeds. Depending on the region, different leafy vegetables I sometimes use bitter leaf or ugu leaf known as pumpkin leaves when it comes to preparing the ogbono soup, assorted meat, fish and seafood, as well as all kinds of dry ground peppers with crayfish, even stockfish will add that to the ogbono soup as well. All of these are an integral part of the richly favored Nigerian cuisine, which is the ogbono soup. It's highly nutritious, and again, palm oil is used in cooking this absolute delicious soup. I'm also going to emphasize the importance of spices again, which is very, very important when it comes to eating. Now, number 7 is one of a popular traditional Nigerian dish is called gisdodo, which consists of a chicken gizzards and plantain, fried plantain. In order to make gisdodo, chicken gizzards are fried in vegetable oil and then mixed with fried plantains. This combo is generously topped with spicy sauce like tomatoes, sweet and hot peppers, onions, spices and seasonings. In Nigeria, gisdodo is one of the main delicacies at various celebrations and parties. It's served as an appetizer, side dish or a main dish. So, number 6, eforiro. This hearty and tasty soup may include different types of meat, fish, seafood, vegetable and spices, and is also very nutritious, not just because of vegetable, but this soup is cooked with lots of love, herbs, spices, and is also very nutritious. And number 5, agoyan stew or ewa agoyan is one iconic street food as well as a traditional home-cooked meal made throughout Nigeria. This dish is made from a mixture of beans, sweet and hot peppers, onions, ginger, crayfish, meat, palm oil and spices. This extremely tasty and very hearty dish is usually served with typical Nigerian spicy tomato sauce and often eaten with bread or yam. Number 4 is the egusi soup. This flavorful dish is a popular soup not only in Nigeria but throughout West and Central Africa. The basis of egusi soup is onions, tomatoes, chili pepper and palm oil. Depending on the region, different types of meat, fish and vegetables are added to this soup. Traditionally, this soup is thickened with flour made from pumpkin and melon seed. Once the soup acquires a uniform thick consistency with the characteristic tangy flavor from the seeds, it is served with the already mentioned eba or fufu, as well as other meat or vegetable side dishes. Number 3, suya. Suya can be found throughout West Africa, where they are made from beef, chicken or lamb. It is served with chopped onions, chili pepper and various vegetables like tomatoes, cabbages or cucumber to taste. Because of their great popularity, suya have become the benchmark for street food in Nigeria, where they can be found in roadsides, often in questionable hygienic conditions, leading to the idea of making it yourself from the comfort of your home. So, it all depends on how you want your spicy suya to be like. But this is very, very nutritious. As long as you have your herbs, your flavors and everything in it, you can never go wrong with suya. Number 2, banga soup. In 2022, CNN conducted a survey amongst foods all over the planet to determine the 20 most delicious soup. As a result, Nigerian banga soup came out in first place and was voted the most delicious soup in the world. This flavorful Nigerian soup is traditionally made with palm fruit, beef, dried fish or catfish or protein of choice, vegetables and various seasonings. Both regional variations can include an extensive list of additional ingredients. Like most Nigerian soup, banga is served with eba or fufu and in some cases starch, also gotten from cassava. Some people enjoy the soup with rice as well. Then number 1, jollof rice, also known as the Nigerian jollof, is a staple dish that is cooked in a thick tomato sauce with an addition of spices and seasoning so that the rice is infused into the whole palette of flavors and aromas. This rich red color comes from the addition of tomato puree. Depending on the regions of West Africa, various meats, chicken, turkeys, fish, and vegetables like salads are also added in this appetizing dish. Okay, so I know there are lots of other delicacies that I didn't mention. We have fried rice, we have coconut rice, we have the oha soup, we have the abakatama. There are lots of soup that I didn't mention here, but I'm happy that you have joined us in this video trying to catch a glimpse of what African nutrition is all about. So please feel free to share your thoughts about the videos that I've just made or the content that I talked about, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Thank you for watching this short movie that I actually created about BeYAH Fitness and all that we stand to represent. And like I rightly said, we are like a movement telling stories about how the teeth tells a tale with nutrition. So it's all about good nutrition that represents who you really are from in out. So basically it's us letting you know the importance of nutrition and the role it plays on your overall health and well-being. So feel free to like and share this video with your friends, and let me know what you think in the comment section about any of the content or anything that I didn't mention, or what you want me to talk about in the next video. I really appreciate you taking our time to watch this video, and I'll also like to request if it would be nice if you can like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for being a part of this. See you on the next video. Bye.